Hi guys, if you are a Scorpio, Sun, Moon, or Rising, welcome. We're going to take a look at your tarot scope for the upcoming month of May. I just noticed that the timer on my phone is at 15 minutes for video recording, so we're going to go through your recording and we're going to be very concise. So basically, I'm going to shuffle some oracle cards and we're going to take a look at what those have to say. And then we're going to take a look at your general overview of May via this tarot deck, as well as your love and relationships, career and finances, and health and spirituality. I am speeding through this part a little bit just so I'm not speeding through your actual reading itself. I will be listing all of these tarot decks down below in the description box, as well as the link to book a personal reading with me if that is something you are interested in. So right off the bat, you have catnip here with bond. I was looking very particularly at the mouse down there. So a mouse could be a spirit animal for you. It could be a little spirit guide. So like if you see a mouse, maybe it means like you're on the right path. And bond. So I mean, that is exactly what it sounds like. We're talking about some kind of bond you have with another person, whether that be romantic. That is typically the intention of this card, is romantic connection, but it could be a friendship, right? So we have outgoing, distracted, Gemini, and summer. This all goes together pretty good, honestly. Geminis, technically their birthdays are from the middle of May to the middle of June, so that's still in May right there. Technically their birthday range ends the first day of summer, so maybe a June born Gemini is specific. Maybe you're going to meet a June born Gemini. Outgoing and distracted, those two describe Geminis, quite frankly. They don't have to be a Gemini sun. They could be a Gemini moon or a Gemini rising. Let's see what else we have here for you. Okay, we have dog, number 18. So someone who's loyal to you. That could be a loyal friend, or it could simply be a loyal partner that's coming towards you. And then we have Clover, card number 2, and that does talk about serendipity, fate, fated meetings, in fact. The interesting thing about these two stories, the story on this card with this dog here, the dog is a loyal friend to the elephant, right? And the elephant at some point is convinced to disown the dog. And the elephant basically realizes that they screwed up and they ask the dog forgiveness and to come back into their life. And the dog happily does so because they are so loyal to the elephant, right? This right here, the clover, it comes from the story of Thumbelina. And if you've ever watched the movie Thumbelina and Prince Cornelius, throughout the entire movie, they're both trying to find the other one, and they are both like just full of total faith and trust that they are going to find each other, right? So maybe you did have a close encounter, like a missed encounter with another person, and you're going to reconnect with this person in May. It could be that in May you do have a missed connection with somebody where, like, you know, you see each other really quick and there's just like that thing, that strong urge to go towards the person, right? And for some reason you can't, and you reconnect with this person, or you could simply just, it could be a long distance connection we're talking about here, or it could simply be that you are sitting in the faith that you're going to meet your life partner. And the universe is rewarding that faith very soon, right? Those are all things that I'm getting for you, Scorpio, and I'm really happy about that. I also want to say that I'm very grateful that these messages are coming to me super easily. considering we have limited time on the clock here for you. So we have the Five of Pentacles, and we have the Tower. Last night at a poetry reading, one of the poets did one that had to do with the Tower. And they talked about, before the poem, they talked about how when the Tower falls, the next card that comes after it is the Star. So something falls apart, but then something beautiful comes down to give you back hope, right? And that's coming to me very strongly right now. So the Five of Pentacles is when we are in a little bit of a lack mentality, we are not living life through a grateful lens, right? We're only looking at what we don't have. With the Tower here, I feel like this is how you used to live your life, perhaps. Looking only at what you didn't have versus what you do have. And you maybe are going to have a Tower moment in May, or you recently had a Tower moment that helped you to change your perspective. It helped break down the life that you had so that you could understand that living your life only thinking about what you don't have, all it brings to you is more of nothing. Because in the end, if all you're looking at is what you don't have, no matter what life brings you, to you, you have nothing. To you, there is never enough. So you probably just went through a change that helped you to realize that being in a place of gratitude, even if all you have is the shirt on your back, being in a place of gratitude reminds you that, hey, at least you have a shirt on your back. And it's not about comparison, right? We're not comparing what we have to what other people have. That's not a good way to go about it. It's more thanking the universe for the fact that you do have a shirt, because without it, you would be exposed to the elements. Things like that. So, yeah, I feel like there was a recent change in your attitude, going more towards gratitude. That rhymed. We have the Page of Spears in the reverse. So the Page of Spears in the reverse is a bit when we're miscommunicating. You could be... I heard listening to gossip. So you could be listening to gossip a little bit. It could be that like the person, if you don't know this person yet, it could be that this person is like within your mists. They're within like, they're not in your circle, but they're in a circle that you can see, right? And because you don't have direct access to this person, all you can really do is like just gather information about them. But Spirit wants you to be cautious that you're getting the right information about this person, right? Be discerning. So how do you want to come out? So in your love and relationships, we have the World, card number 21. Oh, also, if I didn't say it, the Tower is card number 16, and that's Aries energy. The World is all of the fixed signs. So that is Scorpio, Taurus. Who else is fixed? Gemini, actually, and Sagittarius. Those are all the fixed signs. So we have the World, and that's coming out with the Nine of Cups in the reverse. We've seen a lot of this card throughout all the readings. If you've seen other readings, yeah, we've seen this card a lot. So you are getting something that you wanted, but maybe you recently manifested a relationship and you realize it's not the one that you want. There's things about it that when you gripped with the reality of those traits, you realize you don't actually want a specific person. With the World in the reverse, however, that talks about completion. The ending of not a chapter, but a whole book. I feel like maybe for some of you, you thought you wanted a commitment-free life, and you're realizing it didn't make you happy. I feel like I said this for another sign. I feel like I said that for Virgo, I want to say. So if you also have Virgo in your big three, go check out that video. But yeah, there's, I'm noting how she's sleeping. She's sleeping and she has the little cat on top of her. I can't remember the cat's name. And the thing about the World card is she's about to wake up and realize that her adventure through Wonderland was perhaps just a dream. That's what's about to happen. She's about to wake up. Yeah, I feel like you're going to have a realization really soon about either a relationship that you are in or the fact that you want to be in one. You're going to have a realization that what you thought you wanted is not in fact what you wanted, but that's good. Because by realizing that we don't want something, that means that we can then step away from that and go towards that which we do want. We can take a rest. We can wake up again. So we have that cat featuring, yet again, with the Page of Cups in your career and finances. The Page of Cups is when we feel a very pure, joyous excitement or love for something. With the Five of Cups here, however, again, we're paying more attention to the cups that are spilled over, the cup being half empty rather than the cup being half full. So going back to that feeling of needing to be reminded to be grateful for what you do have, because at one point you didn't have it. That's the thing. You don't compare yourself with other people. You compare yourself to yourself. And even then, do it with grace and kindness. It could be that you wake up and you realize you want to do an entire overhaul of the life that you have right now. It could be that you wake up and you decide that you want a different job and actually like the prospect of looking for another job rather than feeling daunting, it actually excites you. It could also be that the person that you thought you wanted, that it turns out you don't. It could also be that you met them at your job. The only reason I say that is because of the fact that the cat is in both of these cards. And in one of them, she's asleep. And the other one, she's awake and bright-eyed. Okay, very good. So for your health and spirituality, we do have the Three of Swords in the reverse. And again, the Three of Swords in the reverse is getting past painful and sorrowful feelings. It's getting over those kinds of feelings. You may have been crying over spilt milk for a second, but you're realizing who the fuck you are, Scorpio, and that is someone who can make a transformation like nobody else. That is someone that can overhaul their life and start anew like no one's motherfucking business, right? And then the other card we have here, we have the Seven of Cups in the reverse. So we are coming out of a place of being in a sorrowful, painful energy, but we're also realizing that, like, because the Seven of Cups in the up hand is when we're very lost in delusions and fantasies, right? In this case, I feel like you're realizing that like your limited thoughts. Hey guys. So the last 20 seconds of your reading cut off. And all I wanted to say was that with the Seven of Cups here in the reverse, Seven of Cups is when we have delusions, fantasies, what have you, in the reverse, combined with the Three of Swords, also in the reverse. It's you realizing that any limited beliefs that you had, any narratives that you were telling yourself, anything that led you to living a smaller life, you're realizing those are delusions. You are realizing and remembering who the fuck you are, Scorpio, and that's the fact that you can transform like nobody else. You can literally overhaul the entire life you have and rebuild a new one, no problem. That is the superpower that you have. And quite frankly, if we're going to have any delusions, we should have great ones, right? We should have fun little delulus. That's what we should have. Okay, y'all need to go talk to a Pisces and you'll have better delusions, quite frankly. But yeah, this is all I have for you. I just wanted to make sure that I recorded that last bit of that because it's this that I think ends up helping you more than anything else, Scorpio, is the fact that you are going to be realizing old beliefs that you had are outdated and you no longer need them. From that point forward, you realize the life that you want to lead rather than the life that you are leading, and you decide to basically build yourself a new one, right? So this is all I have for you. Thank you for coming to your reading. Thank you for putting up with whatever technical difficulties that splicing two videos together is going to create. Thank you so much. Go ahead and check out your other signs, and I will see you again soon. Be good, be safe, and love and light to you. Bye.